All right, here we are. Welcome, 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 welcome. A few more of you trickling in. So we will just take a nice deep breath in, begin to cycle your breath as we wait for the next few to kind of pop in to the waiting room and come online. This is the Unveiling Meditation, and today's theme is truth. We are dealing with truth, and we are going to take an incredible journey into the temple of our heart. So hello and welcome. This is the Unveiling Meditation. And as we are navigating this eclipse season, I can't think of a better way to come through it than to allow ourselves, because it's going to happen either way, to kind of get peeled back and in this moment, take the time to anchor into what is the core essence of who we are, what our truths are, and really have a home base, so to speak, so that as we navigate, we know our beliefs, we know what it is and how we want to be showing up, because this is the year of initiation. 2021 has been all about the initiation, and really initiations are not meant to be easy. They are meant to be challenging, meant to get you to experience finding and discovering what is truth for you, what is clarity, so that you can hold yourself in your space and integrity to navigate the new normal. So with that, here we go, because this is the last big window, and then we really shift into closing out the year. So taking a nice, deep, deep breath in, and just feeling yourself coming into the moment, coming into your body, as you allow your eyes to gently drift closed, and as you allow the momentum of the meditation to begin to take hold, as you invite yourself to tune into the energy that is building around you. And as you tune into that energy that's building around you, noticing what energy is also clearing out. Do you hear a lot of noise in the background? Do you hear nature if you're outside? Just notice as you come into your nature, the elements of all of your senses, how the energy shifts all around you. Maybe it suddenly gets really, really noisy as you drift inwards, or maybe not. Maybe you hear the birds start to sing in the distance, or feel the wind on your face, or the air conditioning kick on. Or maybe you begin to notice the warmth of the sun as we begin our light link, bringing middle finger to thumb and imagining that sunlight shining down upon us. This is the realm, this is the field, the chakra that we love to work in, that of our soul purpose, where our divine plan is laid out before us. And so as we imagine that sunlight, we're simply tuning in to that field of light and energy where our inner plan, our wisdom lives. But it's a wisdom that can only be unlocked, can only be received when we're truly within the nature and the essence of who we are. And so without challenging yourself or trying too hard, I invite you to just simply feel that sunlight in your mind's eye shining down upon your shoulders. Feel your heart opening. Imagining the warmth as you begin to tune in to your soul's purpose and to your angels. Taking a breath to tune into the angels, noticing a lightness in your body. Taking another breath and tuning into your guides. Those gentle nudges that come through our intuition, through the perfect moment where we get the hit, all here being guided and supported and nudged along, helping us remember our path and our plan. And so it is today that we connect deeply to our truth, that I invite you to take another breath and begin to shift your focus into your sitting bones. As you connect to your sitting bones, go ahead and just undulate the spine slightly, without really moving, shifting the weight from the left to the right and back again. Just allowing, as you do, to notice and scan your thoughts, scan your body as we play with the sitting bones. And then bring your focus to your tailbone and notice this triangle of support, like the three legs on the stool as you're sitting. And go ahead and take a nice deep breath in and release your tailbone. Allow for the energy around the tailbone, imagining it to open as though you're growing a tail. It's as though that sunshine shining down begins to pour into the top of your mind, down through your mind, into your spine, and from your spine all the way down, past the neck, past the shoulder blades, past the belly, past the pelvic bone and hips, and into the tailbone. And as that golden light continues to pour in, it's as though it's filling up like a balloon blowing up, filling up with this golden light and stretching out. You may even feel yourself compelled to take a nice stretch, that tailbone stretching out like a dog or a cat, really opening up their lower chakras and energy centers. The perineum, where the governing and central meridian begin, just allowing as you kind of undulate around, just rolling on the tailbone and on the sitting bones, this deep, deep opening here in our root chakra. For this eclipse and the work we get to do today is all in this center. And so as you just undulate, again, scanning, noticing where your body feels tense, and allowing yourself to breathe into that, to draw that golden light in, tuning back into your tail, noticing in your mind's eye what shape, what form it's taken. Is it long and skinny? Is it like a lizard's tail? Is it fluffy and fun? Does it want to wag like a dog's tail? Is it powerful like that of a dragon tail? Or does it serve a purpose like that of the lion? Notice how your tail releases itself. And then as you come back to the sitting bones, feeling that tail no longer tucked up and in and held tight in our pelvic floor, but out, expanded, taking in even more energy. Just take a breath here as you feel your hips relax, as you feel your abdomen relax, as though with that third leg of support, the pelvic floor, like a table that we open for the holidays, right, can expand and open even more. And you may feel yourself want to roll the shoulders and just sink back into that spine, opening this root chakra, this center that connects us to the earth. And I invite you to begin to imagine this connection to the earth as though your sitting bones, your feet, and your tailbone all slowly begin to melt, as though the pull of gravity, like wax meeting a hot iron that simply melts into the earth, or an ice cube frozen in time, as it meets the pull of the warmth of the earth, melts into the surface. Feeling your energy melting in through the tailbone, through the feet, through the sitting bones, as you feel gravity pulling you in, and your energy, like the water from the melted snow, begins to trickle down and through the earth's surface. And as we go down, tracing our intention And this water, as it works its way through the soil, through each of the layers of the rock, finding the crevices and cracks that it can drain through, creating more powerful and stronger openings. As we make our way all the way to the center of the earth, gravity having pulled our intention and focus and all that is no longer serving us straight into the crystal quartz at the center of the earth. And it's as though by the time we get to here, while it maybe felt like a trickle up at the surface that was melting into the earth, by the time we get to here, it's like a waterfall cascading down and into this beautiful cavern at the center of the earth, where there's this luminescent light, the crystal quartz that glows in this cavern. And feeling the luminescent energy of the stalagmites and stalactites as they too create columns of earth, columns of energy, storing and housing the Akash, the memories of the past and the future for our planet. Just breathe in to this deep, relaxing feeling to the point that you almost can feel your heart now, having dropped all the way into the earth. As we bring our focus, completing our light link, our focus to the third part of the heart. Taking a breath in here. Feeling all of the field of energy of the heart melting down and into the earth, like a frozen lake upon the tundra, meeting the warmth of the sun. So too does our lake of our heart, this body of emotion, begin to thaw, begin to take on the life of emotions that live within our heart, locked deep inside. And the waters begin to pour over and pour forth as we feel this incredible connection to that of the mother, to that of our planet, melting into our divine nature. And so it is as we begin our journey, riding along this beautiful planet that is our vehicle, transporting us through the cosmos, creating opportunities for depth of exploration and evolution. What a precious gem in the universe it is. It's blues and greens. And as you find yourself here melting into those blues and greens and the earth beneath you, I invite you to take a breath and allow your heart to guide you as we begin our journey today into the temple of our heart. And so it is for those of you who are my visual, I invite you to bring into your mind's eye a beautiful temple rising up out of the earth before you, with stairs of the earth and great doors. And as these doors begin to open, it is not through our mind that they open, but rather the key within our heart that unlocks them and calls them open. So just take a moment here and think about that as your truth. No matter how hard your mind processes and analyzes, the truth is the temple of your heart is opened through emotion, through feeling, through love. And as we walk into the center of this temple, you may notice as you breathe in and out, just allowing your imagination to shift with you, what the walls look like, what the floors look like. Are there columns? Are there beams? Is there wood in the ceiling? Great beams of wood? Is it earthen? Is it marble? Is it concrete? Are there vines? Are there flowers within your temple? Is it an earthen floor? As you make your way to the center of the temple today, before you is a beautiful looking glass, a reflection bowl, if you will. And as you make your way into the temple, towards the center of this temple, you find this bowl of water that when we gaze down upon it, we can see our reflection. For those of you that are practiced in saying your prayers and giving yourself a blessing when you walk into a temple, you may find yourself feeling called to bless yourself with the waters that are here. But today in this temple, we get to use this beautiful reflection bowl as a means and a mechanism to gaze upon our own inner truths. It's a truth that, like our mind, that was not able to enter the temple, so too is it that we get to listen for our truths with our heart. So I invite you, as you tune into this vibration, this beautiful temple, taking yourself deeper and deeper, almost as though you're feeling yourself being drawn down as you gaze into these waters within this reflection bowl before you, as though as you gaze in, you feel yourself being drawn in to a sacred level of this temple within your heart. It's as though using our heart to enter these waters, a gateway opens, and a staircase next to this bowl of water opens in the floor, a secret staircase that you find yourself descending down and into. It seems dark, but the light of your heart illuminates the way. And as you take a breath and wind deeper and deeper into the staircase, taking another breath, going down, about midway down, winding down into the depths of this staircase, and finally reaching the bottom step and looking out before you, and you discover a spring beneath the earth's surface, a spring with the healing waters, the healing waters of the earth that nurture us. And as you come to the edge of this spring, this sacred bath that has revealed itself here before you, you may feel called to immerse yourself in these waters, or you may feel called to simply gaze upon them. Again, as we listen for the truths of our heart, they are not spoken in words, and they are never, rarely above the surface. And it is something that gets communicated to us as we tune in and allow ourselves to go deeper and deeper, to discover these inexplicable places of peace in our heart. And so as you begin to step into these springs, these beautiful healing baths here beneath your temple, beneath the surface, you get asked to listen for the truths of your heart, the truths that live beneath your words. And as you step deeper and deeper into these baths, feeling it, these healing waters coming up and around you about waist high, knowing that you get to release the superficial stories of the surface, and you get to heal in this moment the truths that you have told yourself, that you've come to learn as you've journeyed through life. Go ahead now and listen deeper. What truths are here? You are enough. These healing waters are asking you in this moment to open your wounds, to allow the wounds of your heart to bleed out and be replaced by a greater sense of self-love and acceptance. You're being asked in this moment to love yourself, to allow these healing waters as you find yourself immersing all the way up to your chest, to take you in, knowing and trusting that as you allow your heart to heal and the truths of who you are, the nature of who you are, the divine blueprint of who you are to unfold, that this truth begins to pump through your body, your fullness, your enoughness, your love, in the same way that your lungs need oxygen, your heart needs your truth. For your truth is what keeps the energy of your life flowing through you. So just take a moment as we are deep within the recesses of our root, of the earth, of the temple of our heart. I invite you to become the truth seeker. In this moment, allowing the light of your heart to illuminate these healing waters, to illuminate your body within. And as we come into present moment with this, what are the stories that you hear each and every day, or that you respond to, or I should say react to, taking action from response, that cause you to go off track or to question or to doubt yourself? And your mind doesn't need to have the answer in this moment, but in this moment, we get to call those stories forward. For so often, the way we interpret the world around us and receive that of our environment and our community is false, is not in alignment with the truth of who we are. In fact, our truth in our heart moves at such a slow pace that unless we are willing to pause and go beneath the surface, coming out of our mind, only then can we unlock the truth. Only then, as we give pause, can we invite the truth to reveal itself, for that seed of truth to penetrate the frozen tundra, the surface, the shell that we create as we navigate the worlds. And as that seed penetrates through that upper layer, that upper level, a flower, a blossom blooms. So as you feel yourself in these healing waters, know that you are a gardener of truth. You seek out new and divine seeds of truth to plant within the garden of your heart, and you nurture them. That's what it means to be a seeker. You nurture them, and you seek for them to grow and to manifest and to take root into the essence of who and what you are. And so I invite you to feel in to your day today as we begin to make our way out of these baths, up the stairs, noticing how all of these vines have begun to form, working their way up towards the surface, up towards the light, into the temple. And as how you ascend the stairs and come into the temple where the reflection bowl is, there are vines and flowers blossoming and blooming everywhere. And as you gaze into the reflection bowl, noticing how your reflection looks now. Is the water simply dark, or is it reflecting back a beautiful, beautiful soul? And as we begin to make our way back into the day, back into the moment, notice how As we go about our day, oftentimes we don't just take the scissors or the trimmers and healthfully garden our truths. Sometimes we come at them with lawnmowers and simply mow down the essence of who and what we are as we fill ourselves with self-doubt, as we listen to a world that doesn't know our truths. So I invite you to allow that sunlight to shine on wherever you've mowed down the fields, cut your truths away, and allow, as we come to the surface of our body, to imagine as you sit in the room you are in, that all of these beautiful flowers and these vines are extending now, not only from the temple of our heart, but growing up and through the couches and the chairs and the floor and the earth around you. So much so that there is a beautiful garden encompassing your entire home, your entire space that you are in. You are the gardener of these truths. And as you navigate your life, as you navigate the ups and downs, I invite you to simply go through and prune, evaluating what weeds have grown in your garden. Are they helping? Are they harming? Do they need to be plucked all the way down to the root or simply trimmed back? For no matter how many ways, how many times, or how many tongues an untruth is spoken in, you, within the sacredness of your heart, know that you are the connection to the living truth of life itself. Never give up. Simply open to those healing waters that cleanse our soul, and trust that truth will always, always prevail. And so as you take a breath in and out, I invite you to come back into the room, back into your body, and unwinding the deceptions and the lies that have been spoken in your life or that your mind has told you because you learned to review, to analyze and assess in a certain way. I invite you now to release those lies, to release the mistruths and the deceptions, to release painful words spoken or unspoken, all these things that keep us, that tie the knots and strangle the flowers that bloom as our truth. And to allow, as you release them, the unconditional love to pour forth into your garden. And so it is that as we get to go about our day today, only truth prevails. I invite you to come back in. Welcome, welcome. Taking a nice deep breath in